Hello everyone, my name is Vatsal and I'm the project officer for the driving program and welcome to today's info session on how you can access our driving program during the COVID-19 situation. You will get the chance to ask any questions and at the end of the presentation. Okay, so who can use the MRC Test Driving Program? The below are some key eligibility criteria to access the driving program. First is that people who are settling into their new home in Tasmania and learners who are from a migrant or refugee background can access the driving program. Second is if a learner cannot access a car or if they don't have a supervisory driver, they can join the MRC driving program. And third, learners who cannot afford professional driving license can join driving program as well. Okay, so now we move into the detail of the MRC test driving program. We have off-road and on-road programs in the driving. In the off-road program, we assist learners in practicing the English, which you need with an instructor or volunteer, and you will also get the chance to learn about road rules and laws in Tasmania. You can participate in the off-road even if you don't have any driving license. The on-road program. If you hold any one of the below driving license, you can participate in the on-road program. Those learners who has L1 license need to do 10 driving sessions with a driving school for safety reasons. Once you complete your 10 driving sessions, you need to get a feedback from your instructor whether you are safe to be matched with a volunteer or not. If yes, next step is to find a volunteer for yourself. If you already passed your L2 license, you are ready to use the learner driver car. For that, you need to ask someone to be your mentor, and I advise them to talk with Vatsal, who is the project officer. If you have a overseas driving license, which is an L license, you have to do at least one driving session with an instructor to assess your skills as L1 or L2 in a practice test. Return the feedback form to Vatsal and join the relevant program. Due to COVID-19, many things have changed, including the MRC Test Services. Currently, we have suspended the off-road program and the on-road program. For time being, we are not seeing clients face to face, but we are providing service to our learners, to our clients via phone, email, or online. Few things which has not been suspended is your determination to get a license, our determination to provide valuable services, and your ability to become a safe and legal driver. You can still do things now to progress towards your license. So, what to do if you're already in the driving program? We will let you know as soon as it's back to usual. If you have a L1 license, you can get a no interest loan now for your first 10 driving lessons so that you are ready as soon as the COVID-19 passes. If you have a L2 license, you will need a volunteer. Find your volunteer now so they can be ready to drive with you as soon as the COVID-19 passes. If you have a L license, you need to buy a practice test. Save this money now so you will be ready as soon as the COVID-19 passes. A key message for everyone who will be applying for their L2 license or P license or their full license is that if you fail one road rule in a practice or a real driving test, it is an instant fail. So my question in here is your road rule knowledge 100%? Okay, so now we will answer some questions that have come up during the COVID-19 situation. The questions are about driving test, loans, finding a volunteer, registering as a volunteer, and what to do if your license is expiring soon. People, please phone or email us any other questions that you have. So the first question is that if you have booked a driving test, then what about that? Driving test has been suspended for now. You can use an interpreter calling 131450 to speak with Service Tasmania with questions about any fee you have already paid. To make it easier, learners due to do L2 test will be allowed to skip it and just present letter in the year with your logbook for the final P test. Now is a good time to save money for when COVID-19 passes so you can do a block of professional lessons to get back on track. You can also pay for professional practice test feedback. This ensures you are ready for the test after COVID-19 passes. If you want to do a block of driving lessons to restart your driving practice, you can save up, or you might be asking, how can I get ready with a loan? There are two options for buying a block of driving lessons with a loan. The first is a Centrelink Advance. This is $500 excess in advance paid back gradually from your future payments. Apply online with your Centrelink account. Find out more about this on the Services Australia website. The second option is to apply for a NILS loan. This is a no interest loan of up to $1,200 for driving lessons. Pay back with a small amount like $20 per fortnight. If you would like to get more information, please phone MRC on 0362210999. Okay, so how you can find a volunteer? If you have an L2 license, don't waste any time finding a volunteer who can support your driving practice. You might be asking, how can I find a volunteer? There are three main ways to find a volunteer. The first way is to find a volunteer from your community, your cultural community, your school community. Tips for how to do it. Explain practice is in MRC Test Car and with MRC Test Fuel. This makes it less risky and costly for a volunteer to use their own car. So they may be more likely to say yes and volunteer their time to help you. Second is find a volunteer from the public. The tip for to find a volunteer from the public is use your Facebook or Gumtree account. Other learner drivers have posted a story about themselves asking for a volunteer from the wider public. It has worked before, so if you need help to do this, please phone MRC Test. And the third option is to find a volunteer through people you know. The tip regarding this is to ask for help to share your request through friends of your friends, contacts of your contacts. That means you need to prepare your story and request in ways that are easy to share, such as email or Facebook. If you need help with this, please contact MRC Test. Because of the COVID-19 situation, some people will have more time available and think about volunteering. The question they might ask is that whether they can register as a mentor during the COVID-19 restrictions. The answer to that is yes. Then, as soon as COVID-19 passes, you will be ready to be matched with your volunteer. To talk to me about the position, email it to driving@mrctest.org.au or tell your volunteer to speak to the volunteer coordinator, whose name is Kate, or they can just phone MRC Test. Some of you might have noticed that your learner's license is expiring soon. So you might have questions like, what can I do about my expiring license while there is COVID-19 restrictions? The answer to this is nothing. You don't have to stress. The government will reissue your license with a new expiry date to make it easier for you. So that's all the questions and answers so far. Please contact us if you have more questions, and please explore the learning links and audio files on the driving program webpage to keep learning. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have any feedback on this video, please get in touch with me. In the meantime, you have our best wishes to stay safe and well. Thank you.